It's funny, isn't it? We think about strength, about heroes, and this image pops up. Heracles, muscles rippling, battling monsters. But then you dig deeper and you realize even HE had weaknesses.
It's that vulnerability, right? That's what makes these stories stick with us.
Mm.
We think someone like Heracles, he's invincible, but the myths, they show us.
It's not always some big bad monster that gets you. Sometimes it's the stuff you don't see coming that really knocks you down.
Exactly. And for Heracles, a lot of that boils down to one story, a story about love, betrayal, and a monster of a different kind.
All right, you've got my attention. Lay it on me. What went down with this legendary hero? Who betrayed him?
Well, it all starts with a centaur named Nessus. Picture this. Half
Oh.
man, half horse. Already you know things are going to get a little wild.
Okay, centaurs, those I get. Always stirring up trouble in these myths. But how'd this Nessus guy get mixed up with Heracles?
Heracles and his wife, Deianeira, they're traveling, come across a river. Nessus, he sees an opportunity, you know how it goes, offers to carry Deianeira across.
Wait, wasn't this Nessus guy kind of infamous? Like, not the best reputation?
Oh yeah, he had a reputation. But maybe Heracles was feeling trusting that day or something, because he agrees to it.
I can already tell this isn't going to end well.
It's like that feeling you get watching a movie, and you just know something bad's about to happen. And sure enough, as they're crossing the river,
Tell me, let me guess. Nessus tries something sneaky.
tries to abduct Deianeira, reveals his true colors, or maybe true, horsehair. Either way, not a nice guy. But Heracles, always the hero, sees what's going down.
Thank goodness for that. What'd he do? Give that centaur a taste of his own medicine?
Arrows. Specifically, an arrow dipped in the Hydra's venom. Remember that story?
How could I forget? Multi-headed serpent Heracles takes it down like a champ.
And dipped his arrows in its blood, making them lethal, even to a half-horse, half-man kind of creature.
So Nessus is down for the count. Justice served, right?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But here's where things take a turn. See, the Hydra's venom, it's nasty stuff. Doesn't kill you right away, but...
Oh, no, it's the kind that makes you suffer.
You got it. And Nessus, well, he sees his chance for revenge. As he's dying, he calls out to Deianeira, pretends he's got her best interests at heart.
Okay, now this, I gotta hear. What do you say? What kind of dying wish involves revenge on a hero like Heracles? Don't leave me hanging. What did this centaur cook up with his dying breath?
He tells Deianeira to take some of his blood. Says it's a love charm, a way to keep Heracles faithful.
Hold on, a love charm? From the guy who just tried to kidnap her? You think she bought that?
It's easy to judge looking back, but think about it. This is ancient Greece, magic, myths. It was all very real to them.
True, true. Plus, she loved Heracles, right? Probably didn't want to take any chances.
And Nessus, he knew how to play on those fears. He probably made it sound totally convincing, a surefire way to keep her hero by her side.
So did she fall for it? Did she take the centaur's blood?
She did. But here's the thing. Nessus's blood, it wasn't just any blood. It was mixed with the Hydra's venom, remember?
Oh, man, that's right. That stuff was supposed to be brutal, so she's carrying around a love charm that's actually...
A deadly poison. And she has no clue. She keeps it hidden away, thinking she's got this secret weapon to protect her love.
This is awful. Knowing what's coming, it's like, you just want to warn her.
Right. But that's the thing about these myths. It's all about fate and choices and how they can unravel in the most unexpected ways.
So, how does this poisoned blood go from a hidden vial to, well, you know, Heracles?
Time passes. Heracles is off on another adventure. Classic hero stuff. Eventually, he sends word back to Deianeira. He's about to make a sacrifice, needs a special garment for the occasion.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You should. Because Deianeira, she hears this news, and she remembers Nessus's words. She starts to worry, maybe the sacrifice, maybe there'll be other people there. You know how these stories go.
Oh, no, she's thinking about the love charm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's thinking this is it, the moment she needs to use it. So she takes out the vial, centaur's blood, and she soaks the garment in it.
No way. She really did it.
She sends it off to Heracles, completely unaware that she's just delivered a death sentence to the man she loves.
I can't even imagine what Heracles was thinking when he put that thing on.
It wasn't pretty. That Hydra venom, remember we talked about the pain?
You said it looked like her.
A fire in his veins. Some stories say it clung to him like a burning shroud. Imagine the strength of Heracles, brought down not by a monster, not in battle, but by this, by love, or at least a poisoned version of it.
So what happens? Does Heracles, can anything kill Heracles?
It's not so much about killing him as it is about, well, the pain. Imagine that agony, the venom. It was like his own strength was turned against him.
And he realized, right, that this wasn't just some random fever. It had to come from somewhere.
He knew. And the stories say he was devastated. This wasn't some monster or god. This was a betrayal from his wife, no less.
It's like a Greek tragedy, but times 10. What'd he do? Just lay there in agony?
Heracles.
Yeah.
No. Even in that moment, he showed his strength. Not physical strength this time, but something more. He decided to take control.
Control! How do you control something like that? Like, should he call a doctor? Was there some ancient Greek version of
He
911?
built a funeral pyre, his own funeral pyre. Think about that for a second.
He was gonna, wow, he's just gonna end it.
He decided how his story would end, on his own terms. He ascended the pyre, ready to face death head-on.
This is heavy stuff, and kind of sad knowing that this is how it all ends for him. Betrayed, poisoned.
But there's a reason we still talk about Heracles, a reason this story resonates. Because even in that moment of ultimate despair, there's something hopeful, transcendent.
Wait, does he? He doesn't actually die, does he? Because, if I remember correctly.
Zeus
Right. His dad, the king of the gods.
sees his son on that pyre, consumed by pain, by betrayal, and he intervenes, sweeps down from Olympus and carries Heracles away.
He's saved right at the last second. Man, talk about a dramatic rescue.
It's more than a rescue, though, isn't it? Because in that moment, Heracles, he transcends his mortal form. He becomes a god.
So it's bittersweet, right? He achieves this ultimate honor, but only after, well, all that.
The myths rarely give us easy answers. They make us think, make us feel. And with Heracles, it makes us ask ourselves, what does it really mean to be strong?
It's not just about muscles and fighting monsters, is it? It's about facing the tough stuff head on. The pain, the betrayal, the knowledge that sometimes, the worst wounds, they come from the people you trust the most.
And yet, even then, even when it seems like hope is lost, there's always a flicker. Maybe it's Zeus intervening, or maybe it's something inside us, that spark of resilience that helps us keep going.
Well said. And on that note, I think we've had ourselves a true Herculean deep dive. This story, it's got everything. Love, loss, betrayal, monsters, gods. What more could you ask for?
A reminder that the myths, they're not just stories, they're reflections of ourselves, of our hopes and fears, of the enduring power of the human spirit.
So next time you're facing your own monster, whatever form it may take, remember Heracles. Remember his strength, his vulnerability, and the enduring power of hope, even in the face of unimaginable pain.
And remember, sometimes the greatest battles are fought not on a battlefield, but within the heart.
Until next time, keep exploring those myths, keep asking questions, and keep digging deeper. You never know what treasures you might uncover.